Ever wonder why even the best-laid plans sometimes never materialize? We've all been there, enthusiastically sketching out a grand vision only to see it gather dust somewhere between the idea and the action. But here's the thing. Transforming dreams into reality is all about bridging the gap between planning and execution. It's not enough to just have the roadmap. You need to drive the car, too. In today's episode, we're diving into the art of executing dreams, turning those detailed plans into actionable steps. Stick around, because I'll be sharing some real-life examples and practical tips that you can start applying today to make sure your plans don't just sit on paper. The power of planning. We all know that every big success starts with a vision. Whether it's building a business or launching a creative project, it all begins with a dream. But what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't is the plan that follows. Think about a scene from Inception, where the characters don't just stumble into the dream world, they carefully architect every detail, every layer of the experience with precision and purpose. That's the power of planning. It's not about jumping into action without a strategy. It's about laying the groundwork that leads to extraordinary outcomes. Take Steve Jobs and the founding of Apple. The journey wasn't just about having a vision for the future of technology. It was about meticulously planning every product, every design, every marketing move. The iPhone, for example, wasn't just an idea that sprung up overnight. It was the result of years of thoughtful planning, constant iteration, and adapting along the way. But let me be clear. Planning is vital, but it's only the first step. Without execution, it's all just a dream. And that's where the real work begins. Bridging the gap, from planning to doing. Now, here's where most people get stuck, turning their well-crafted plans into actual progress. It's easy to say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. But that's the problem. We all know procrastination can be a dream killer. We've all delayed action because we were afraid of failure or the fear of not getting it right. But here's the truth. Execution doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Every journey, whether in a film, business, or personal growth, is filled with challenges, plot twists, and breakthroughs. Take a look at Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. When she started, she had no investor backing, no fancy offices, and no marketing team. But what she had was a plan and the willingness to take the first step. She made a sample of her product, wore it to meetings, and made it happen one step at a time. Her story is proof that execution isn't about making everything perfect right from the start. It's about taking that bold first step. So how do you make sure you don't get caught in that trap of hesitation? You need practical tools and strategies to push through. I recommend starting with SMART goals. Goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. When you break your dreams down into smaller, more manageable chunks, it's easier to start moving, and if you find yourself getting distracted, try time blocking or using the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused, 25-minute bursts, followed by a short break. These methods are all about shifting from the planning phase to the doing phase, one step at a time. Here's a personal example. A friend of mine had been planning to launch a podcast for months. She had the concept, the content ideas, and even a list of guests, but she kept pushing it off. Finally, she made one simple decision. She booked the recording studio, even though she didn't feel 100% ready. That action kick-started everything. She was nervous, sure, but taking that one bold step forward set the momentum in motion. Now, she's got a thriving podcast, and it all started with booking that first recording session. Key takeaways. So here's the big takeaway. It all comes down to action. Planning is crucial. Don't skip that step. But the magic happens when you take the first step into doing. And then, the next one, and the next one. Proactive execution is the secret that bridges the gap between dreaming and achieving. Now, I challenge you. Yes, you. Pick one element of your plan, just one, and commit to a single, actionable step within the next 24 hours. It could be as simple as sending that email, writing that first paragraph, or making that first phone call. Whatever it is, take that step. I want to hear about it. Share your progress on social media, tag me, and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, execution is an art, and once you master it, those dreams of yours won't stay dreams for long. They'll become your reality. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss next week's episode. Keep pushing, stay motivated, and remember, your dream is just a step away.